Hi, welcome to this tutorial on interfacing the distance sensor. So before we begin, let me show you a small presentation which we have seen earlier also for connecting our servo motors and speakers. So in this presentation, we are going to see about the module which is called as a distance sensor, and the sensor name is HCSR04. So on my camera screen you can see that this is a sensor. Okay. And in this sensor it has four pins for connections. I'm using my interface board for connection of the sensor. Yes, we require the sensor, this microbit, and the interface board. So just to give you some idea how the sensor work, the sensor has two, you can see at kind of a two terminals or two molded structures. From one of the structures, the waves are transmitted. What waves are transmitted? It is a sound waves. Okay, so sound waves will travel from this transmitter, and when there's an obstruction over this sensor, then the sound waves are going to reflect back, and they are going to be captured by the receiver. Okay, so on my screen you can see that transmitter is going to transmit some waves, and again the green portion is the reflected waves. So what it is doing is that whenever there is some trigger received, then this sensor transmits some sound waves which is in the some range of 40 kilohertz, maybe some 840 kilohertz waves are transmitted, and then the echo pin tries to see how long the output is high when it is reflected back. In this way, we can calculate the distance by using this formula: speed of the sound in air multiply the time for which this echo pin is high divided by 2. Okay, and this sensor can measure the distance in the range of 2 to 400 centimeters. Of course, there are other sensors available in the market which can do measurement in meters, but to keep our project low cost, we are using the sensors which are readily available in the market. Okay, so to begin with, as usual, we'll first of all go and copy our code to our system. We'll use the same file test servo which we have made earlier for our servo motors. And in this file, I have made some changes in the form of this a block. So yes, first of all, before we get this block, we have to add the extension, and the library name is Sonar. So once you go to the extension tab, you can type a name called as the Sonar, which is the navigation library for this one. And if you click this button Sonar, then it will install the library in your web page editor. Okay, so I already have this button Sonar in my this one. So you can see that this has this button, the button called as for trigger. First you have to trigger the our sensor, then after triggering we have to define the pin in which echo will be received from one of the modules. Okay, and we can select the distance or the unit. Okay, so in my case I can select in centimeter, inches, or microsecond. I'm selecting as a centimeters. Okay, I've defined trigger pin as P1 and echo pin as P2. So in this you can see that there are four pins. One is for the voltage, one is for the trigger pin, one is for the echo pin, and one is for the ground pin. So two of my wires goes for the power voltage, that is red is for the plus 5 volt, blue is for the ground volts, and trigger pin is this one which is the yellow colored, and green is the my echo pin. So connections are done for this one. Let us copy the code to our microbit by using this USB cable. We'll connect this one to our system, and once we connect this to our system, the this web page is we are going to download our code by using this button download. So my code is downloading, and yes, it has downloaded very fast. So now let me disconnect it now and connect it to my interface board. Let me power my interface board with my external voltage supply because I need 5 volts. So it is powered up, everything is connected. So now let me press the on button so that this is connected now. So now if we see this code, I've written here that what is going to happen is that when I press a button A, just look at this red one, it is going to set distance with these parameters, and it is going to show me the distance on my screen. Perfect. So on my the screen, I'm going to get a distance. So I will make the screen like this so that it is visible to our audience. And now I'm going to press a button A, and this is my table where the sound waves are going to reflect and tell me the distance. So approximately it is in the range of say maybe 9 or 10 centimeters. I'll just press a button and see whether some distance is coming. If I press a button A, you can see that 7 is coming, so the distance is 7 centimeter. If I make it a little bit down and I press a button A, it is showing 3 centimeters. So in this way, this code can tell me how far my object is. And this type of sensors we can use in our robots to tell our robots that some obstruction is coming so that I can move my car or drone to some other place. Okay. I hope you have enjoyed this lectures, and you can code this in many way. I've used this code to program in my servo code also. And if you can see that what I have done is that I've written that if distance is less than 5 centimeters, then set my angle, servo angle to 55 degrees. So in this way, you can do so many codings by your own applications. So happy coding. Meet you once again in the next lecture. Thank you for watching. Bye.